Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and you're having a great day and a great week. Today I have tested Primark makeup. This is the look I came out with. Let me know what you think of it. And if you want to see how the products perform, just keep on watching. I will say there are some good products in here, there are some not so good products in here. So if you want to see which ones I recommend and which ones I don't, please just keep on watching. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I'm putting out quite a few testing videos at the moment, and I'm also trying to figure out what content I like creating. So yeah, let me know if you enjoy this type of content, and check out my other content and let me know if you enjoy that too. But other than that, let's get on with the video. Okay, so we're going to start with my base. I have moisturised this morning, so hopefully my dry patches won't be an issue, but even if they are, at least we'll see what the foundation is like on drier skin. So, I've decided to test this foundation today. It is the Longwear Radiant Matte Foundation in the shade 123 Warm. This costs £6. I do have another foundation that I want to test, but I'm going to do that in a different video. This one may be too warm for me, so we'll see how it goes. It has pump. We love that. I love that. Okay. Might work. We'll see. It's definitely not the right shade for me. It's not terrible. I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but it is, I think it is just slightly too warm for me. Cover up this weird spot I've got on my neck. Okay, side by side, it's definitely evened out my skin tone. This side has nothing on it, this side has the foundation on it. Definitely evened out my skin tone. You can see a lot of redness around this side of my face. The colour is slightly off. I don't know how well you can see it on camera. It is just slightly, it's not orange. Maybe it's like a yellowy peach tone. It's not working for me. And I'm thinking it might oxidise. Can you see the difference on my neck? But I mean, I can highlight where I want to and it shouldn't be too bad. We'll put it on the rest of my face and see how we go. Okay, so there's my face covered. Apart from the colour match, which I'm looking on my monitor and it looks fine, but in real life it doesn't. But other than the colour, I actually quite like it. It's not looking too bad on my forehead, which is where I have my issues with dryness. It has sort of evened me out. It's not matte, I still have a little bit of shine to my face. I quite like it, you know. If you can get this in a shade for you, I think it's quite nice. Agree that it is medium. It's not fully covered my face, but I would happily have this as my everyday coverage. I did not pick up a concealer because I think with both the foundations I bought, they had matching concealers, but because I had bought the lightest foundation, there wasn't a lighter concealer, and I do prefer to go a little bit lighter with the concealer. I should have got the colour match concealer for my blemishes, but I didn't think of that. So I'm just going to pop on my normal concealer. Okay, so I added some lighter concealer and I even put some on my jaw, which I don't normally do, just in an attempt to try and lighten up the foundation a little bit. I don't think the match is terrible, and I am using natural lighting to film in, so I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great either, but let's carry on and see how it goes with everything else. So next I have powder. This is the PS My Perfect Colour Bake It Setting Powder Shine Control Velvet Matte Finish Oil Free. It's in the shade Nude. We all know I prefer translucent, but it was £3 and they didn't have a translucent, so... Okay. Oh, it has a little stopper in the lid, which is so great. I love that. Okay, so it looks like this. Do I just... Don't think that was the right thing to do. Okay, so powder on brush. Oh, it's going absolutely everywhere. Okay, I've made a mess of this. Okay, so I only used a tiny bit on my forehead because, you know, and it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look terrible. It looks better than a lot of the other foundations I've tried recently. My under eyes are creasing, but that happens with everything. Yeah, I quite like it. The packaging is very messy, but that could have been my fault. I accept that. I don't think it's my favourite powder. I don't like what it's really done to the texture of my face. Maybe I would pass on this. I'm still going to use it. Obviously, I'm not going to waste it, but not my favourite. And it's gone everywhere. Wow. Okay, next up is bronzer. This is the Bronze Dreamer bronzer in the shade Enlighten, although this was the only shade there, so I'm not sure how that works. It was also £3 and this is the shade. It does look slightly too dark, I will be honest, but I'm going to attempt to use a light hand and see how it goes. It's very pigmented. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It is very pigmented. I am really tapping this off. But it's actually not as intense as I thought it would be. I think you do need a light hand if you have paler skin. But overall I don't think it's that bad at all. I would wear this on a regular basis. The shade itself is edging on too warm for me, but I think I could get away with it. Just put more on. Yeah, I quite like this. Okay, I searched as hard as I could and also I couldn't find a blush, so I'm just going to pop on a bit of the Beauty Bay blush in Coral. Okay, now for highlight I picked up this little palette. It was £7. It is the Rose Luxe palette and it has 4 shades in there. I think these two are going to be the only ones that are going to work for me, but these two are very pretty shades for darker skin tones. I like that. I think I'm going to go in with the lightest one just to be safe. I don't think it's blinding, but it is very pretty. It's very soft and subtle. It does have a glow. It doesn't look like it's picking up on texture. It looks kind of wet almost. I quite like this. This could be like an everyday sort of thing for me. Wait a minute. Okay, there seems to be like a hard coating over the top, and if you rub down past that, then you get a bit more of a glow. Which is fine. I mean, the MUA Undress Your Skin highlighters are a bit like that, and they are phenomenal highlighters. I'm going to try putting this shade on my inner corners, maybe a little bit of this one as well, just because I know I'm doing a red eyeshadow look, so they'll fit in fine. going to do quick swatches for you now. So there are the swatches for you, with the lightest one here and then moving up to the darkest one here. They are really nice. The gold one feels different. It feels a lot more buttery and soft, so I think it might be a different formula, and it looks beautiful. Such a shame, it'll probably be way too dark for me. But those are the swatches. I definitely think these two will be fine on my skin, and the other two will be great for inner corner highlights. Okay, now I'm going to move on to brows. I picked up this pencil type thing. It's a 3-in-1, it cost £3. I got the shade Blonde. It has a coloured gel, a powder and a pencil. I don't know what order to do these in. I think I'm going to start with the gel and then work up the pen. So. Ooh, it's a very, very tiny spoolie, which I like. Okay, I think the gel is quite nice. I think the shade is a bit warm, maybe, but that's okay. I actually quite like the shade. I think a lot of blonde shades tend to be way too light, and I know that right now I'm not that blonde, but I'm getting my hair done in 2 weeks from filming, so the next few videos I'm going to have this hair, and then all of a sudden it'll just switch to being blonde. I quite like the shade, and I think it'll work fine for me, and I like that it's not way too pale. So now I'm going to move on to the brow powder. Okay, it comes on a little puff type thing. This could go very wrong. Okay, I'm not too sure how much that's done. I'll carry on anyway. Okay, like I said, not too sure how much that's actually done for my eyebrows, but it's on there. And now for the pencil, it's kind of one of those teardrop shaped ones, kind of like the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, although it's a bit bigger than that. So I'll give this a go. Okay, brows probably aren't even, but they never really are. I like it. In general, I like this. I think the pencil would be better if it was a skinny brow pencil, because that's just what I prefer. Although this isn't terrible. I think the powder is a bit useless. I didn't see what it did. But overall, I think this is a good product. My brows are completely uneven. Let's just move past it. If I could improve it, I would maybe change the pencil to a skinny pencil and take the powder out and maybe replace it with like a pen. Although, is that just me asking for too much? Probably. So we're going to move on. Okay, now we're moving on to eyes. I did not find an eye primer, and my rule is that if I'm going to use eyeshadow, I'm going to use a primer, and therefore there's no point me testing an eyeshadow palette without using a primer. So I'm just going to chuck on any old primer that I would normally use, and we'll carry on. Okay, eye primer is on. I used the Beauty Bay eyeshadow base in shade 2, I think. This is the palette I picked up. I don't think you can see, there you go. It says cherry on it. There was also a yellow one, and I can't remember if it was honey or lemon, but I wanted this one. Let's take off this. Comes with a mirror, which is great. It's just a bunch of red shades, but I think the shimmers are quite nice. I will swatch the palette for you as well. Shall I do that now? Yeah, let's just do that now. Okay, so I kind of didn't think it through, and I've accidentally put the top row on the bottom and the bottom row on the top. But these are all the shades. The mattes are a bit crumbly and powdery. The shimmers I'm kind of impressed with, especially this one here. I love that one, it's going on my eyes. But yeah, I love the shades. I think they've got a good mix of mattes and shimmers. I also think they've got a good mix of colours. They've sort of gone for the bright reds, the orangey reds and the pinky reds, which I think makes the palette quite versatile. So let's put it on my eyes. Okay, so I've zoomed you in. Hi. I think I'm going to start with this shade here. Ooh, that is pigmented. That's a stunning shade. Wow, I'm so impressed already. But wow, one dip. Wow. I am starting to already get fallout, so regretting my decision to do my base first. Okay, liking that so far. I think I'm going to go into this shade here. I'm thinking of taking it a bit more orangey just because of the lip colours I know I have in front of me. Going back into that first shade just to deepen it up a bit and get the blend right. Going into a little bit of this shade. Can you see how powdery it's getting in the palette? Maybe not, but going into this shade. I'm just going to pop that in between those two shades I've already put down just to help it blend a bit better. Now I'm going into the darkest shade. I do like that they have quite a nice dark shade without having a black. I think that's quite nice. Okay, that shade is a bit more difficult to work with and I think it is looking a lot more patchy, but that could just be because I'm using it over other shadows instead of putting it on a wet base, which is what the others had. So we'll have to test that shade again in a different look. But overall I think it's still done okay. It's just not sitting great over this outer corner where I packed on that red shade to begin with. But that's fine. I'm not gonna cut the crease with this look just because I don't think it really needs it. And I think I'm gonna go in with this shade here. Okay, it's not the best shade, it's not very opaque, maybe I need a setting spray. Let me go grab a setting spray and I'll come back. Okay, let's try wetting it. Okay, that is a bit better. It's not amazing. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this shade as well, see if that helps in any way. Okay, I think that shade was a little bit better. And then just to finish it off, I go in with a smaller brush. My fingers look great, gives me great hope for my eyes. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the gold just in the centre of that to just sort of lift it a little bit. Okay, overall I quite like that. I have a lot of fallout. I don't even know if you can see it that much, but I have a lot of fallout. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the fallout, catch up my other eye, and we'll come back for lashes and lips. I think that's all that's left. Okay, so my eyes are matching a bit better now. I also did my lower lash line just using the same matte shades, and I checked my receipt and I think this was £3, and I'm gonna go pick up the yellow one because for 10 shades the mattes work absolutely fine. Yeah, one of the shimmers didn't really do much, this one down here, but the rest of them were fine. I haven't tried this one. There's a couple of mattes I haven't tried, but overall I think this is a good palette. It comes with a mirror, it looks cool, it feels nice. I quite like it and I like the look that I've got out of it. In terms of versatility, there's obviously a question around that as it is just a red palette, but I know a lot of people are into the sort of monochromatic palettes at the moment. that are quite small, and I do think this is quite nice and it looks nice and I like the look I've got. Overall, good. I picked up this mascara. This is the box and this is the mascara. It is the Wonder Lash. It was also £3. It says it has length, definition and lift, and the packaging kind of looks like Benefits, but we'll leave that there. So I actually quite like the packaging of the tube. Let's open her up. Okay, so very small bristles, plastic bristles. I quite like these kind of ones. The packaging does have a little like photo of it here, so I knew what I was getting. So let's give this a go. That is a lot of product in one go. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. No, oh no, I can't use this. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see what it's done to my lashes. You see, first of all, it's transferred onto my lower lash line already, but it's transferred because if I look up, can you kind of see how much product it's put on my lashes? It's given them volume, I'll give you that. They look thick. It looks terrible. Yeah, can you kind of see how much product that's put on my lashes all in one go? I'm gonna have to cheat and put on a different mascara because I just can't. Okay, so I just put on a bit of my I Heart Revolution Tasty Avocado Mascara. I actually really like this. If you saw my video, I still really like this. I don't think it transfers much throughout the day. I literally had to get a cotton pad and pinch off the mascara that the Primark one had put on my lashes. I get that it's a trend to like thicker mascaras and thicker lashes. That was ridiculous. I will never use that again. This is the first product I found that I actually don't think I'll ever use again. And I don't really know what to do with it because I feel bad for wasting product. But I can't use this. It's terrible. Oh, I feel really bad. Because it's just gonna go to landfill. If anyone has any recommendations on how you can like thin down a mascara, because I think the issue is that the product is just too thick. So yeah, any recommendations on how to thin it down, please send them in the comments because I really don't want to waste it. But anyway, let's try lashes and hope that that goes better. I picked up these ones. These are the Sosu London lashes from the Glam Lash collection. These were £5. I've heard really good things about Sosu lashes and I've never tried them. It doesn't come with glue, so I'm going to use my Isla glue and I'm going to pop these on and we'll have a look. I'm not going to do it on camera because I will just make a mess of it. Okay, I don't think they're on perfectly. I think the inner corners didn't want to work with me today. But in terms of lashes, ignoring the inner corner, I quite like these. They flutter out at the outer corner. They are very, very wispy. I just can't get the inner corners to stick down. I'm really sorry if it's bothering you. It's bothering me too, but I promise we only have like a couple of minutes left of the video. But yeah, I like the lashes. I think because they have a black lash band, and personally I'm kind of used to using my Ardell's, which have a clear lash band, I would have to do liner with these. So that's something to note for the future. But overall, I do quite like them. They're very pretty. And £5 for lashes, pretty good going. And yeah. So I picked up a set of 4 liquid lipsticks. They came in this little pouch, but I took them out. This is the Amber Edit. I think there was a red one and probably a nude one as well. But there are 4 shades in here. Here they are. You've kind of got sort of a peachy pink one, a darker one, a orangey one, and then a much paler one. I will just swatch them on the back of my hand, although the back of my hand is stained from the eyeshadow. Okay, so those are the shades. They're very thick, almost like a mousse formula. I quite like them. I was worried that that palest one would be a bit too peachy for me, but I actually think it's not as bad as I thought it would be, and I do think it will be quite wearable. I love the other 3 shades with all my heart. They're just absolutely stunning. I think I'm gonna go for this one today. My finger has mascara on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this one today. I just think it'll work best. Also, they all smell amazing. I think it's vanilla, but if you don't like scented products, you're not gonna like it. Okay, I quite like the shade. I'm not sure how well it's gonna go with the eyes. I think it matches that orange shade I used quite well, but obviously this is a very red look and this is more of an orangey lip, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, there we go. I think that's a beautiful shade. We all know I'm a sucker for an orange shade. I really like it. I think that the formula, very opaque. You saw me apply it, just like whoop, done. I think it was very easy to apply. I think I've got quite a good defined edge. I really like it, you know. And I reckon if the others are the same formula, I'm probably gonna really like them too. I can't smell the vanilla now that it's on my lips, so if you were worried about that, you don't need to be. I can't get over, it's such a beautiful shade, wow. It's quite a wearable orange as well, I think, in my opinion. And I do think it kind of does tie in with the eyes. It's not as opposite as I thought it would be, but yeah, I quite like it. I like the lip colour a lot. Okay, so that was my full face testing Primark makeup. What do you think of the look? I quite like it. The eyes are not as even as I thought they were. I quite like it. I've liked quite a lot of the products I've tried today. So let's just work our way from start to finish. Foundation, I really like the finish of it. I actually, even now, I think it looks quite nice. You can still see my pores. It's been through a lot because of the eyeshadow and everything like that. But I think for an everyday foundation, it's fine. It has oxidized though. So I will probably only use it for like YouTube videos. I won't be wearing it all day every day because it has oxidized so much. But I think it's a good foundation. If you can find a good shade for you, I reckon it'll do really well. Next up was powder. I quite like the powder. It's not my favourite. It's not something I'm going to reach for loads. Maybe when I'm doing YouTube videos again, I'm not going to be wearing it for all day wear. Bronzer, I really liked. I actually really did like that. I think it's a really good shade. You do have to be a bit light-handed, but I do really like it. Highlight, the highlight palette I really liked. I think the shades are beautiful. You do just have to get through that first layer. It must be like an overspray or something, but just get through that and then you'll get a nice shine going on. The eyeshadow palette, love it. I'm going to pick up the yellow one because I quite like it. I like the look I've come out with. I like the packaging, it's very pretty. So yeah, I quite like that. And for £3, amazing. The brow pencil, I actually quite like. I like the effect it's had on my brows. I like the shade. I think it's a good shade for someone who's got similar hair colour to me. Powder, not too sure about in it, but that's fine. Mascara, no. I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do with that mascara, so any tips will be greatly appreciated. The lashes, I really like. I have a bit of trouble sticking down the inner corner, but that's me, not the lashes. I do think they are quite nice, very fluttery, very pretty. And the lip colour I love, in case you couldn't tell. I think it's stunning. I'm just looking at it in my monitor. Beautiful. And I'm pretty sure I'll love the other 3 shades as well. And I might even have a look at the red edit just to see what it's like, what shades they've got in there, see if I want to pick that up. But overall, I think this isn't bad. I think considering how cheap all of the makeup is, I think I've got a good look out of it. I am interested to try the other foundation because I've heard good things about it, so I'm hoping I prefer that one a bit more and it doesn't oxidize, but we'll see. But yeah, I really am overall quite happy with this look. Yes, that is my final thoughts. If you pick up anything from Primark, please feel free to let me know. I'll be interested to know your thoughts on anything. But other than that, I really hope you have a great day and an amazing week, and I will see you in next week's video. So yeah, please feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. and if you like my content. But yeah, bye everyone.